Hi, my name is McKenzie Owen. The movie I chose to do my analysis on is called The Blue Kite. I chose this movie because my grandmother recommended it to me and I figured why not. The movie is directed by Chuang Zhongzhong. Chuang Zhongzhong is a fifth-generation filmmaker, producer, and actor, and was born and raised in China. The film The Blue Kite would eventually result in Chuang's nearly decade-long exile from the film industry. The film is told through the perspective of a very young boy growing into a teen. His name is Taito. The film goes through the 100 Flower Campaign, the Anti-Rightist Campaign, and the Great Leap Forward, and ends with the beginning of the Cultural Revolution. The movie is separated into 3 chronological episodes, titled The Father, Uncle, and Stepfather. These were the 3 significant father figures and life-changing moments in Taito's adolescent life. In the first episode, the soon-to-be father, Lin Xiaodong, and the mother, Qin Shungjun, are getting married and are going to have a child. The setting is early 1950 China. The father makes a blue kite for him and his son to fly together. This blue kite ends up becoming a recurrent symbol in the movie. The movie follows the lives of the son, the mother, and the mother's side of the family, such as her older brother who works for the army as a pilot until he begins to lose his sight, her younger brother who is sent to a re-education camp because he's criticizing for voicing his opinion during the 100 Flower Campaign, and her older sister, a revolutionary from China's Civil War who seeks to keep them in line and keep them with the party. The father is also affected by the 100 Flower Campaign because he is sent away to a labor camp because a colleague of his submitted a letter saying that he had radical thoughts and was a rightist. During the time he was sent away, it was during the anti-rightist movement. When he was sent to the labor camp, he was killed by a fallen tree. The episode ends with the mother reading a letter of news of his death. The second episode, titled Uncle, highlights Taito's second father figure. It was about his father's colleague who felt guilty about what happened and decided to give all his money and energy to caring for the mother and the son. He ends up taking care of them so much that he died of malnutrition and exhaustion. During this episode is the Great Leap Forward. The Great Leap Forward caused thousands of people to die from malnutrition and starving. This was my favorite episode because Uncle Lee was able to give them joy through the tough time of being through the Great Leap Forward. He was able to create a family and, more importantly, a loving father for Tieto. He got him fireworks and toys and never really told him no. He also took care of the mom until he got sick and he couldn't any longer. Episode 3 begins with the death of her second husband. After the death of her second husband, the mother remarries to a wealthy man who used to be in the military. She marries the wealthy man so that her son and herself don't starve during the Great Leap Forward and will survive. Although there is no true family life when living with the new stepfather, Tieto is now in his teens and he calls his mother the maid because she basically fulfills the duties of the maid at the house. Tieto is visibly very unhappy at his new home and his school, although all this is cut short due to the outbreak of the Cultural Revolution. There's no more school, no more teachers, no more people that can actually work anymore, and so his stepfather is beginning to fear that the Red Guards will start coming for him soon. So, as a way to protect his family, he divorces Qin Shunjun, the mother, and gives enough money to Tieto to survive a while. Not being able to lose another husband, she returns when the stepfather is being taken by the Red Guards. The film ends with the stepfather getting a heart attack due to the stress of being ripped from his home and his family. The mother being sent to a labor camp because she was considered to be part of the counter-revolutionaries. And Tieto beaten on the ground when trying to protect his mother. The last scene is of him bleeding on the ground, looking at a broken kite stuck in a tree. This is the Blue Kite. This film was really interesting, but I'm not going to lie, it was kind of really hard to keep up with it because of all the revolutions and campaigns all happening in chronological order. But that's what I also liked best about the film, because I was able to see family life and life of Chinese people back then going through the 100 Flower Campaign, The Great Leap Forward, and The Cultural Revolution. And although the movie was very heartbreaking and the ending was even more heartbreaking, the happy parts stood out even more. And you know, I also liked how I was able to see many families types such as joint and STEM, and then there was also no family. Also, I think it was very moving to watch that the one constant in the son's life was the mother, who did her very best to like raise him, support him, you know, married people in order for him to survive, and to her last like breath she was fighting for her son to be free. If you're wanting to see a heartbreaking, beautiful movie, then The Blue Kite is the one for you to see. But if you're looking for a comedy, I think you should look, this is not the right YouTube video for you.